Good morning. The one in the back, can you hear me? Okay. Thank you. My name is Rukka Sombolinggi. I'm indigenous from Indonesia. I belong to the Toraya people. We are very efficient people.
Sorry, we have no translation in Spain.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
No, you have? No. No, please, will
Turn
you
it
look
on.
for translation in Spain? Now it's okay? Fine.
You okay now? Okay, yeah, I'm Rukka Sombolinggi. I belong to the Toraya people, indigenous in Indonesia. Are you okay? Translation? Okay. Because some people raised their hand. Okay. Currently working as the Deputy Secretary General of AMAN. It's the Indigenous Peoples Organizations in Indonesia. Our members are indigenous communities, 3,000 members now. And we have headquarters in Jakarta, and we have 21 regional chapters at provincial level, and we have 110 local chapters. So that's how we work. We have 3 wings organizations, indigenous youth, indigenous women, and lawyers. Lawyers because we still have problems in legal defense. Okay. I want us all to stop calling ourselves alternatives. We must stop calling ourselves alternatives. The world is in the hand of the evils. And we call them the main way, and we are alternatives. We must stop call ourselves alternatives, because by doing that, we endorse their way. We keep putting ourselves in the sideline, and we keep putting ourselves in the losing side. Our mission here is to reclaim our Mother Earth, reclaim back our life as the citizen of the world, as indigenous, as farmers, as customers, as workers, as scientific. We have enough evidence, scientific evidence. We have heard enough about problems. We have heard enough scientific evidence that their way is the wrong way. They created an unequal world. They created disparity, gaps, all the bad things. The climate change is the result of the failure of their ways. So we must stop calling ourselves alternatives. Are we agree on that? Can we start calling ourselves solutions? Can we do that from now? Yeah. Thank you. So we have our government, they don't only have voluntary regulations, they have obligations. They have obligations to fulfill our very basic human rights, our fundamental rights. We have enough good laws. We have enough good instruments. The problem is we keep saying conflicting laws. Why we don't push for our good laws? And that's the thing that we have to do in the future. I agree that we need to reach out for the customers. They don't know about us. We need to build alliance with them because we are all victims. We are all victims, and we must tell them to stop drinking from our blood, to stop drinking from our tears. And the only actor, the only way we can disturb the very heart of our enemy is to hurt their pocket. And who can do that to us? People who buy their produce. And that's why we really need to reach out for other victims in the other part of the world. The scientists, we have many scientists here. We have heard enough. We have politicians. We have member of European Parliament, yeah, you need to go out and speak up and get more people to be on our side. We stop preaching the converted. We need to go out. We need to go out and speak up and convince people. And how do we do that? One of the main things that we also, and this is my third point, is we need to reclaim the narratives. We have to have sophisticated communications. We need to articulate in the way. We need to convince. We need to use the mainstream media to channel our voice. We need to build our own media, because we know the mainstream media. I agree to the professor that's saying that even in the America, the consents are manufacturing consent, and that's the role of the majority of the mainstream media now. That's why we need to have our own media. We need to have our own media. We need to write things, our narrative from our own perspective by ourselves. We don't have to create new one, because we already have some existing platform, global platform. Where is Michael here? We have the land rights now. It's the platform for advocacy to call for the world to give that we need the land rights now. We don't really discuss about that platform here. We have with indigenous people's organizations, with some of the university and organizations, we have what we call Landmark. Landmark is the global mapping platform where we put ourselves on the global map. Why it is very important? Because we have to be feasible. And you can go out and find it on the website. It's a tool that you can use to say, hey, I am here. You have to see me. Make yourself visible wherever you are. Because the government, they don't want us to be visible. We have to make ourselves visible. And go and use that one. That's a platform that we can use. That's the last point from me, but I want to say one thing, is the fundamental thing here is we must not copy the way of the oppressors. We will never find justice if we leave behind women, youth, people with special needs, LGBT, people, the poor people, the people in the slums. We must work with them. We must include them in our work. Because if we don't do that, we will again create the same world that the evil have created that we are living now. They exploit women, they exploit children. Are we going to do the same thing? They leave behind women, they leave us behind. Are we going to do the same thing to others? We need to walk our talk. We must not copy the way they are. We must create something. We must create better world. We must create a better future together, because that's the only way we can work, we can succeed. Thank you very much.